Charmain,
Hi.
you're still homeless in New York City.
Yes, I am. Well, semi-homeless.
And that's because you have a shelter space, but it's not safe, so you sleep outside a lot.
Yes, I do. It's so-called a safe haven, but I am a domestic violence survivor, and I'm on a floor with 7 men.
On a floor?
On a floor. We share the same bathroom and the same kitchen.
Oh,
And
you
this
mean
is-
on a floor? You're not sleeping on the floor.
No. I have
Right,
my own
right.
room, but we live on the same
and you
unit.
share a bathroom.
And this is the pandemic era.
Yeah. And you
I
just
got
don't
it.
feel safe, so you stay outside.
Yeah, so I stay outside a lot. I have my boyfriend who now he's going on a year of having his apartment,
Oh, wow.
which is a great thing. But what he had to go through to get that apartment was not a great thing. Well, he's got some mental issues, and because of that reason, and he's on medication, it was easier for him to get placed. I don't understand why it's not easy for myself as a woman to get my own apartment quicker.
Well, you've been out here since 2005.
Yes. And now I've learned so much of being out here. I feel like the homeless mayor
The
of the
homeless
neighborhood.
mayor.
Of the neighborhood.
Yeah. You know everybody.
And we've got a lot of outreach services out here, and I think they're just trying to learn from the homeless that's been out here a long time of what they should be doing, but they do not know what to do. I'd like to get me a job, which I think I would blend in with being a good
Well,
outreach.
you need to be inside
person.
to heal for a while before you
Yeah.
go to work. I think you can work. You're very smart. You're obviously resourceful to live New York City for that long, but we all have issues, but you need
Absolutely.
some time to learn how to be not homeless.
Not
I guess.
homeless.
Yeah.
Yes. I need my own key actually to an apartment, not a room
Right.
where I don't have to share a kitchen and bathroom and feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I have to go urinate the middle of the night or anytime. I gotta come out my room.
There's 7 other
And
homeless
there's
men.
7 other men of all different ages and different types of mentality
Yeah.
living on the same floor as I am.
Wow. So you were on John Oliver,
Yes.
an HBO show. And what do you think about that?
I think it was a wonderful thing. I just hope that a lot of people looked at that and in a different perspective other than how they judge people that are homeless on the streets, because there's all different types of homelessness. And I know that because I live out here.
Well, how John, the show Last Week Tonight used it, and I'll link below in the description,
Yes.
was to show that system failures, that the New York City shelter system, and it's not just New York City, but shelter system is just broken. The housing system, social services is just broken.
It seems to, I've seen it obviously getting worse. Because now with the pandemic, there's less workers and there's just people being thrown into these jobs where they really don't have no connection with their clients.
There's
And a huge more situation homelessness coming from all over the place. I've seen people in and out of the shelters. They're scared to go back to the shelters because at one point they moved them into hotels and then they want to move them back to the shelters. They don't want to go back to the shelters and they're back on the streets. All over the place.
Well, my work isn't scientific, but I always go to the same places. I stay in this area because I know you're here, and there's more homeless people outside.
Yes, there is.
Than I've seen. And what's unique about New York City is you have a right to shelter, which really just gets people in these. It doesn't end homelessness.
No, it doesn't.
And
It becomes a cluster of homelessness.
Yeah.
And a lot of people seem to just want to fall into the category now of, okay, well, they can't get a job now. Okay, we're going to go live on the streets and try to blend in with other people that have been out here too long.
Well,
It's getting
the
dangerous.
point of getting a job is you got to be hireable, and you're
Exactly.
smart, and I know you could handle it, but an employer has to be willing to give you a chance. Then you need
Exactly.
a place to sleep and a place to shower.
And you'd shower and change
Yeah,
your
so
clothes
you can maintain a
and
job.
maintain your mentality, so you
Right.
could maintain a job.
Right.
And not have where some of the shelters you still have to leave at a certain time
Yeah.
in the day,
Yeah.
come back at a certain time, but
Yeah.
you still have the curfews and
I have a homeless friend who's a woman up in like emergency shelter up on 51st.
okay.
And she's kicked out every day during the day. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go up and try to see her, but it's getting cold,
It sure is.
you know?
We
I mean,
have
you're well layered. You got the hoodie and the jacket and you're-
because fortunately now I have somewhere where I could go, but now I didn't for so long.
Right.
And I know it's going to get real bad out here this winter.
Yeah.
We're getting into it right now, and there's just a lot more people out here.
So I love running into people I know, but I hate that you're still homeless, and you're kind of I mean, you don't have a home. You don't have a place.
Yeah,
where
that
you
I could
feel
say it's
safe.
really
Yeah,
mine.
Right.
Yeah.
You still try to hustle a place to sleep from time to time, and sometimes
And most
it's
of the
outside.
time, I come outside here just because I have to hustle, because I need something proper to eat.
Right.
Because I cannot depend on the shelter system food. That's not healthy. So that's mostly what it depends down to.
Well, there's only one other person I've interviewed as many times, and it just breaks my heart because I'm excited to see you. I really adore you, but it is just such a statement that since 2005, the sector has not gotten you out of this madness.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know?
And I appreciate you so much for being so concerned.
And because John Oliver, so if people don't know, people have to give permission.
Yes.
I normally say no, but through a mutual friend, I was able to contact you because you don't have a phone. They're working on a new phone. And you said yes, and then John Oliver pays $500 a clip, and we were able to get you the $1,000.
Yep. Thank you.
And you are smart because you have somebody holding it on for
Yep.
you, but our mutual friend, who gives it to you as you need, so you don't lose it
That's right.
or it gets stolen, and that's pretty smart. I wish more places were like that. I mean, there's one place in Vancouver that has a bank for homeless people
Okay.
where you could walk in, but those types of service I have never seen anyplace else.
And I wish they had more services like that as well.
I mean, because people get their welfare check or their Social Security, and they,
There's a big problem with that, being that you mentioned that now. The systems, they're doing something very wrong too, because a lot of people are getting their apartments and they're not SSI and SSD. They're taking most of their money to pay for where they live at. They still got to come out here and hustle because they don't have enough money to survive off of, because it's going towards the rent that the city promised it was going to help you pay.
well, I've seen that. So supposedly it's only supposed to take a third, but let's say if you're getting $300
Yeah.
and the city takes 200, you got 100 to live off of.
Yeah.
And each person's payment is different. And as
Yes.
I see people panhandling,
Yep.
often they're housed people. They're in an apartment, but they can't make ends meet.
Nope. That's the problem with my boyfriend and myself. He's well and good now. He's got a one-bedroom apartment, but he still has to come out to hustle to make ends meet, to have food, and to buy what you need to survive off of.
Why don't you live with him?
Well, because I'm not supposed to.
Oh, he'll get kicked out.
Yeah, that's part of
the... that is so stupid.
That's part of... And we're not married.
Yeah.
And we can't get married because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for people that don't know, often homeless services, they don't allow somebody else. And they'll get kicked out.
A string
which
attached.
is stupid because they could end... Two of you could live there.
It could end two. Exactly. Right. And considering that the people that placed him and the people that placed me, the outreach service, it's the same people. They know us, and they could have just worked that in, but...
Right. And they monitor it. You can't sneak in, you know, because they monitor it, and then they'll kick... Oh, gosh.
And if that landlord for his building happens to say, oh, well, I see her going there every day or something...
Right.
Yeah,
they report it.
It's
I've
monitored.
seen it so many times. People,
and then they lose their place.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of couples get housed, but it's rare.
Yeah,
unless they're married. But you know, so oh my gosh, broken system.
Very broken system.
Well, it's good to see you.
You too.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
To see you again, and again, and again, and we could change this.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Next time
I'd like to get my... Actually, I have a real big wish. I want a job with Human.NYC.
With what?
Human.NYC.
What is that?
That's our advocate.
Oh,
that's our mutual friend.
Oh, really? Oh, you want Josh to hire you?
Yeah.
So I know he's going to be watching this.
Yeah, because I'm willing to
You're calling him on the spot now.
Yeah, I'm willing to do the walking around and talk to everybody and get all the information.
So.
I got enough of it already.
Yeah.
I started writing it down too, but I'm not willing to give it up as yet.
Okay.
I might do that for the new year.
Yeah. Well, good seeing you. Let's go grab something to eat.
You too. Thank you. God bless you, honey. You stay safe and well. And everyone watching, please open your heart to this interview and learn something about it. Thank you, honey.